my goodness, boys and girls in Facebook Street, all you people out there dancing and prancing in the World Wide Web. Ooh, the dark, mysterious world of the World Wide Web, the Internet. Yeah, the Internets. Oh, yeah, you don't want to get caught in the Internets. Oh, man, just like the gill nets the Native Americans use to catch a fish. I mean, nobody knows they're caught in a gill net. Riley, you want to come and say hi, Zy-Wy-Zy? Huh? You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Say hi. Who's out there? AD, is that you? Give him daddy kisses. You want to listen to me play some music? We're going to further on with our little question and answer while we read my very first bill. This is the third dive into it today. It's a bill, the Fair Ratings Act. Yes, the Fair Ratings Act we've been diving into. It's very interesting and boring to some people. AD doesn't want to hear anything about it. That's why we're going to play with Rita. Rita has a lovely voice. I think she's in tune. Let's see. See if we can make a magical song to make the world feel better. Yeah. I'm all about producing music that makes people feel good. This is tuned in the key of C. It's a nylon C40 Yamaha. Sounds pretty nice. Let's play with Rita and see if we can't come up with a nice song. I've been playing with her. Earlier I played. A fast buck. Everybody needs a bunch in the back of their truck. Fast buck, baby. Oh, just like a bus. Oh, there's always one more to come along. Women are the same now. Same goes for the men now. Oh, yeah, nobody can figure out how to get along. Like seagulls fighting over a French fry. It's 3 days old. build a house now. Oh, out in nature somewhere. Get a few chickens for your yard. Well, they'll soon lay eggs, baby. Oh, it'll drive you crazy. You actually get tired of eating them all the time. I love having coffee out in the chicken pen. Got the hands on my lap. Find no more fish guts. Salmon season in the fall. And in the springtime, a damn beautiful steelhead. 1966, babe. They messed with our hairs, baby. Tourism, they sold us. They stocked the Great Lakes with salmon to get people to come there and fish. Drive your car, baby. Fuel that oil. Gasoline. They said it was gonna run out. Yeah, that crying Indian with all that litter. Yet he was still so proud on that beautiful painted pony. Everybody's sleeping, baby. Everybody's sound asleep. Waiting for Janet Jackson's tits. Halftime show. Oh, ice cold Budweiser. Collector's cans from Anheuser-Busch. Fool and his money are soon parted. All right. Hope everybody can hear me just now. Let me do a quick test on another site. Facebook, I'll pull you up here. Let me check, make sure my audio's working. Might have just looked like a fool clowning around with no audio. That's alright, I'm not afraid of looking like a fool. Somebody's got to dare to do it. Oh, Alexander Kamenska watching. Let me see if I'm on. I don't want to look like a fool in front of Alexander Kamenska. Let's see. Am I live? Yes. Am I live? Okay, good. I can hear. Very good. Very good. Anyway, let's get on with our interrogation of Alexa. Mute that. Okay, I know I'm functioning properly. Let's get on with our interrogation with Alexa. Let's turn on the sound on Alexa. I've got her right here. Do I have the volume all the way up? This turns. I'm not sure why. Let's see. Alexa, testing, testing.
Receiving. Over.
Okay. Alexa, can you explain FCC Part 15?
Here's something I found on the web. According to TÜV.com, Part 15 of the FCC rules, 47 CFR Part 15, requires emissions testing for intentional and unintentional radiators to prevent harmful radio interference.
Okay, let's get to the, start asking her some serious questions here. Alexa, what methodology do they use in Nielsen's ratings?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Nielsen.com, information about who watches and listens to content like music and TV shows is used to get the Nielsen ratings.
What do they do with the Nielsen ratings?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Wikipedia.org, Nielsen TV ratings, commonly referred to as Nielsen ratings, are the audience measurement systems operated by Nielsen Media Research that seek to determine the audience size and composition of television programming in the United States using a rating system.
What is the intention of the rating system?
This might answer your question. Intention by Ava Harrison has 4.2 out of 5 stars on Goodreads based on around 3,300 votes.
Thank you, Alexa. Alexa, what is psychological warfare?
According to Wikipedia, psychological warfare, or the basic aspects of modern psychological operations, have been known by many other names or terms, including military information support operations, PSYOPs, political warfare, hearts and minds, and propaganda. The term is used to denote any action which is practiced mainly by psychological methods with the aim of evoking a planned psychological reaction in other people.
Do they use that in advertisements of products?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Abalogic.com, one of the most innovative ways to use acrylic products is for advertising. Acrylic products are used to display advertisements in malls, stores and roads to grab the attention of thousands of people.
How do corporations use psychological warfare in advertising, Alexa?
Here's something I found on the web. According to termpaperwarehouse.com, psychological operations which were executed as forms of propaganda involve planned use of communication through words, symbols and actions to influence the behavior of the targeted audiences and achieve set objectives.
What types of objectives?
Here's what I found on Objective's Wikipedia page. The objective lens of a microscope is the one at the bottom near the sample. At its simplest, it is a very high-powered magnifying glass, with very short focal length. This is brought very close to the specimen being examined so that the light from the specimen comes to a focus inside the microscope tube.
What is the intention of the advertiser?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
What kind of psychological manipulation do advertisers use?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Allcation.com, a well-known psychological phenomenon that is an effective method for advertising is Pavlovian classical conditioning.
Explain Pavlovian classical conditioning, Alexa.
According to Wikipedia, classical conditioning is a behavioral mechanism in which a biologically potent stimulus is paired with a previously neutral stimulus. It also refers to the learning process that results from this pairing, through which the neutral stimulus comes to elicit a response that is usually similar to the one elicited by the potent stimulus.
Do video games fall into this category?
Some examples of video games are computer game mod, first-person shooter, and game in the Halo series.
You heard what she said. I just asked the question wrong that I wanted. let's see. Let's go back to, what was I on part 5? I got down to part 5. Let's go here. Consistent with the bylaws of the BRC, Board of Directors Media Rating Council, effective 1964. Keep in mind of your Kennedy, okay? Keep Kennedy in mind. Yeah, I think it ties into it. I think Kennedy's connected with this. Consistent with the bylaws of the BRC and its mission, it developed minimum standards by which media research is to be measured, developed minimum standards by which, I just reread the same line. Take a deep breath, Zack. Consistent with the bylaws of the BRC and its mission. Alexa, what is the mission of the Board of Directors Media Rating Council?
I couldn't find an answer, but I'll notify you if I find one.
Would you notify any other party involved?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Interesting.
Thank you.
The standards relate to A. Ethics and operations and disclosures. Ethical and operational standards govern the quality and integrity of the entire process by which ratings are produced. Disclosure standards specify the detailed information about a rating service's methodology in each specific survey. See, it's the rating services methodology, and the rating services are free to regulate themselves, which means they have no rules. And the main branch has little offshoot companies, and everybody's doing it out of their homes, for instance, and they have no rules or boundaries that they're using. Yes, pay very close attention. I've dug up a nice gem to review here. This is really good. And keep in mind, and ultimately, if, theoretically, whatever's going on here, whatever I'm finding out, somebody already knows I'm doing it, so, it doesn't bother me. I want them to know. Let's see, minimum standards for media rating research, Media Rating Council Incorporated, last updated October 97. Keep in mind, Nielsen Media was purchased in 99 when everybody thought the internet was going to crash. 99, 2000, it was purchased right then. I would like to know if it was exactly at the same time. It doesn't matter, it was the same year. It has something to do with it. It was purchased by VNU, owned by the Dutch publishing company, which is responsible, ultimately, most likely, for the one passing out all of our phone numbers, and we get them cold calls all the time for free for our extended car warranties and all that shit. Corporate America needs a very good ass paddling. I got it for him. Oh, I'm gonna give it to him. Oh yeah, I can't wait. The MRC accreditation process. The MRC accreditation process is completely voluntary, and there is no legal or compulsory requirement that a rating service submit to an MRC audit. They report to no one is what that means. MRC is often compared to similar private industry self-regulatory organizations such as the Joint Commission on Accreditation of Healthcare Organizations. Oh, that's a big one. See, and I just said the other day, because of the UPC code on the medications you purchase, the barcodes on stuff, they've got all that violates your HIPAA laws, because they're privy to all that information. Yes, they do. They are. This is it. This is the beast everybody was talking about and worried about, but nobody knew what they were looking at. It was right in their face the whole time, staring at them, staring at it. That's the biggest joke of all, and that's why those behind the veil are laughing so hard on their yachts right now, watching me chase my tail. Yeah, well, don't mind if I do. Yeah, I used to be able to go further than that, but I shrunk 3 inches. Let's see, let's go on. JACO is what they call it, JACHO, which is an organization that audits and accredits participating hospitals for institutional fitness and high-quality patient services. Similarly, MRC lends its seal of approval to rating services that demonstrate compliance with MRC standards of media rating research and that make complete methodological and survey performance disclosures to their customers after completing an extensive audit. Yeah. Keep in mind they were using your phone lines all these years to tap into your information. Yes, over 35 rating service products were submitted to the MRC accreditation process last year. Of these 35 products, many represented media types other than television. Accreditation is granted by the MRC Board of Directors if a rating service complies with the MRC's minimum standards for media rating research. So these guys got the run of the frickin' park. They're running around like a bunch of monkeys. Yeah, it's a barrel of monkeys and they're all loose. Service now, that's like frickin', yeah, like Matthew McConaughey said, you heard it's a bag of rats. It's a bag of rats, all right. Yeah. Time for some water to get dumped on. Oh, this is too funny. Accreditation is granted by the MRC Board of Directors. Rating service complies with the MRC's minimum standards of media rating research and makes material complete methodological performance disclosures to the customers. The MRC has used several nationally known CPA firms throughout the years to perform these audits. At present, the audits are conducted by Ernst & Young under contract to the MRC. So Ernst & Young is suspect. That's right. Each rating service agrees to pay MRC assessments to cover their audit costs. What are they paying them? How much money? And then what are the audit costs actually? And who's involved in the audit? Who do the people making the audit report to? Is that per place in charge of themselves? Oh my goodness, these fuckers are running loose like a bunch of wild animals. MRC collects no funds from rating services other than the direct cost of the Ernst & Young audits. To be clear, the MRC derives no benefit financially or otherwise from the rating service. Horse shit. Something's going on. MRCs, keep in mind, they get to work the details out, in the backyard. It said in the beginning, the guy said in the beginning, you guys work it out amongst yourselves, we'll reach around payouts, whatever it takes, and then bring it back here, we'll sort it out. That's exactly what they said. Go back. Boy, they're all dirty. To be clear, the MRC derives no benefit financially or otherwise from the rating service. MRC's revenue is solely derived from the dues paid. Dues, okay? Keyword, operative word, red flag, dues paid to it by its members. Who are the members? Audit them. In addition, unlike most CPA firms, Ernst Young maintains a specialized group of personnel who have responsibility for auditing rating service operations and assessing compliance with the MRC's unique standards. Now that's a frickin' double talk bullshit there. How can the specialized group of personnel who have responsibility for auditing ratings, how can you audit ratings of service operations and assess compliance with a person who has no frickin' laws to comply to? They're making their own rules with the MRC's unique standards. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This Ernst & Young team. Oh yeah, I saw the game. Did you see when he hit that home run? Oh my goodness, I was tanked. I had about 6 beers in right about then. Christ's sakes. Ernst & Young is a special central element in the monitoring activity of the MRC is its system of annual external audits of rating service operations. MRC audits serve these important functions. They determine whether a rating service merits accreditation or continued accreditation. The audit report and related insight provided the CPA firm as primary input into the accreditation decision. Keep in mind, all the money comes from the advertisers. They provide the MRC with the results of detailed examinations by CPA auditors, which become the basis for quality improvements in the service, either by voluntary action or mandated by MRC as a condition for accreditation, giving them permissions, etc. And they provide a highly beneficial psychological effect on rating service performance. Knowledge that CPA auditors may review their work is a powerful spur for quality work by all field and home office personnel of the rating service. The specific methodological approach of the rating service and the MRC minimum standards for media rating research are the primary drivers of the audit scope for each participating rating service to be executed by the CPA firm on behalf of the MRC. Audits are required to be conducted at least annually. That's all a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Establishes an audit committee. Again, appoint another committee made up of member organizations that use research of that media type to evaluate audit results and recommend a position on accreditation. You gotta look up what accreditation means, just like consideration means money. Okay, consideration, when you need to bribe somebody or extort somebody, yeah, you offer them kill fees and such like that. Oh, don't get me started. I'm already started, Zack. Yes, I know. The executive director of the MRC then submits such recommendations, suspension or withdrawal of accreditation, and a documented formal hearing procedure applies in such instances. I'd like to read a couple of them formal hearing procedures. The MRC audit includes an independent, detailed, and objective examination of each significant aspect of the operations of a rating service. In the event that a rating service uses outside professional vendors, for example, for sampling procedures or for editing and tabulation of data, these sources are also audited and reported upon. Resulting audit reports are very detailed, typically. See, this is what this is saying is they watch every aspect of everything they can, and they develop new ways of being able to see new aspects from different points of view, different details about your life. And that's where the whole the transparency thing, they're trying to make it okay in the name of transparency, okay? Be very careful. It's a very, very, very mucky end of the pond. There are leeches in the shallow end of the pond, lots and lots of leeches in the pond of life. Audits are required, blah, 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 who then submits such recommendation to the MRC Board of Directors. Provision is also made for the suspension or withdrawal of accreditation, and documented formal hearing procedure applies in such instances. MRC's audit includes an independent, detailed, and objective examination of each significant aspect of the operations of the rating service. In the event that the rating service uses outside professional vendors, for example, I already read all that. Resulting audit reports are very detailed, typically 150 to 300 pages, containing many methodological and proprietary details of the rating service and illumination of the primary strengths and weaknesses of its operations. The reports are confidential among the MRC's members, who all sign non-disclosure agreements. Yeah, well, you never have to sign a non-disclosure agreement unless you're keeping something secret, okay? Keep that in mind. Ernst Young and the rating service audit. And keep in mind, this Nielsen Media Group is the only game in town. Okay, it's the puppet master, it's the orchestrator, it's the gatekeeper in between the corporations, tactics and us, and they're constantly rewriting the rules, just like government is always making amendments to the bills, and that's where they're doing all this, getting away with murder in the government because nobody's doing their job as the representatives. Everybody reads the first 3 pages and the last 3 pages, and maybe they crack to the middle, see if there's sex in it. Fuckers. Sample design, selection, and recruitment, sample composition and demographic group, data collection and field work, metering, diary and interviewing accuracy, editing and tabulation procedures, data processing, ratings, calculations. Keep in mind, this is information from 64. It's got much more sophisticated. Assessment of rating service discloses a methodology and survey performance. See, it's all about the methodology. The methodology is a cornucopia of things. It's a Pandora's box of deviant little ways they've got of getting under your skin and learning all your secrets. You know? They know. Like, for instance, if you buy a lot of garments and they're always red, you'll see a lot of garments advertised that are the colors you like, for instance. Little details like that. Yeah, you talk to your friend about chickens one day, and all of a sudden there's chicken coops being advertised on your cell phone next time you open it up. Yeah, how'd that happen? Wake up. SEC regulations, Part 15, must accept interference. That's right. Pursuant to, and it's against the law for you to alter the machine. They will imprison you very, very, very heavily if you alter your machine to be able to not accept the interference. Capital offense. Your dictator is in effect here. Yes, the man behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, poppies will help them sleep. Pursuant to the last bullet above, the MRC mandates that rating services disclose many methodology and performance measures which would be otherwise unknown. For example, source of sample frame, selection method, respondents by demographic group versus population, response rates, existence of special survey treatments for difficult to recruit respondent groups such as young or ethnic persons. So right there they're just saying, for instance, race mongers, color mongers, respondent groups. And that's why I say the despondency and the obstinance of portions of our society. Right here they're calling out the existence of special survey treatments for difficult to recruit respondent groups such as young or ethnic persons. That means the Latinos that were being exploited and the blacks who feel like they are being unfairly treated or otherwise stumbling blocks being placed before them in society and situations of living to try and come up in life and living standards. Editing procedures, minimum reporting requirements for media, ascription and data adjustment procedures employed, errors noted in publishing reports, data reissue standards and reissue instances. Membership in the MRC is completely voluntarily. This is a good detail here. This is a good section. Membership in the MRC is completely voluntary, and members pay annual dues of $10,500. For reference, MRC dues were $7,500 per year in '64. The dues are universal in the sense that each member pays the same amount regardless of the overall size of its organization, or are set at a level that allows participation by organizations of all sizes. That means if you had the $10,500, you could be privy to the mind control experiments of what they were doing through commercialization tactics, psychological warfare they used, the colorizations, the sounds of the bells, all that stuff. And now, because of digital capabilities, they could do it in layers. See, they sold out, they mesmerized the youth with the video games. They robbed us of a very, very big many people in our army. The kids sold out to the video games. Mr. Rogers warned about the video games. Mr. Rogers tried to warn about all this stuff. Nobody listened. Everybody poo-pooed him because he's such a sissy boy, such a dandy, yada yada. Everybody just, brushed him off like he's insignificant. Yeah, Mr. Rogers deserves some respect. Yeah, Zack's going to dictate to general society a new understanding of what respect is. Yes, nobody knows what respect is. As a result of the disclosures that a rating service must make in complying with the MRC accreditation process. See, this should be public knowledge that you have an opportunity to be on that board, but it's not secreted away. And old man Zack dug it up out of the frickin' graveyard, didn't he? That's right. All kinds of magic happens down here. I don't even have my magic crystal. That's how magical I am. 80 Justice, thank you. One of my most special supporters, followers, and friends. Yeah, Yeah, CPA, blah, blah, blah. Specific audit findings are not disseminated. Oh, here we go. As a result of the disclosures that a rating service must make in complying with the MRC accreditation process, specific audit findings are not disseminated to the public or the press unless waived by the service, the MRC, and the CPA firm that conducts the audit. Ha ha! Right there. Eat that, okay? Eat that, puke it up, chew it up, and swallow it again. Right there, and I'm going to read it again. As a result of the disclosures that a rating service must make in complying with the MRC accreditation process, specific audit findings are not disseminated to the public or the press unless waived by the service. They're playing head games. They're playing with everybody's minds. The MRC and the CPA firm that conducts the audit. Yeah, it's behind closed doors. It's behind the curtain. Man, Zack's going to complete. I'm not going to pierce it. I'm going to pull it right off. We're going to see my old man Jenkins underneath the screen. Yeah. I knew it was you, old man Jenkins. Oh, man. Yeah, it's funny. Laugh right now because it's not going to be funny. Remember that little scenario about building the caskets? Yes, I'm going to get rich building caskets, affordable caskets. Yeah. Whatever's most profitable, of course. And then picnic baskets. Yeah, for the survivors. Oh, good people. Yeah, and then the people that are obstinate, we're still going to do that My Free Harley thing. You're going to get a free Harley. We're going to tax the hell out of all the obstinate people. People that refuse to compost or recycle. All those people. Yeah, always trying to break the state, walking by, turn a water faucet on, for instance. Seen it with my own eyes. I don't make this stuff up all the time. Just enough to get your attention. That's right. I'm sanding your oyster. We're going to make a big, beautiful black pearl. Yeah, recently a controversy erupted between the MRC and Nielsen Media Research regarding the apparent leak of information related to the audit of Nielsen's Los Angeles LPM service to the Los Angeles Times. Right there's a nice little morsel and a nice lead. MRC in no way endorsed or condones that behavior as it goes directly against its code of confidentiality. See, that's when all the lawyers get involved when you start being deviant. That's why you got so much fine print. You got to read a bunch of fine print and sign something. Just turn the other way and say no thanks. As a result of this incident, the MRC, in conjunction with its members, have implemented new rules for the viewing and discussion of draft and final audit reports among its membership. Yeah. Oh my goodness. What should be made clear, however, is that the MRC can only publicly comment on its decision to grant, deny, suspend, or withdraw accreditation without the consent of the rating service and the independent CPA auditing firm. Rating services that are awarded MRC accreditation are given permission to display the MRC's logo in the audited research product, indicating compliance with our standards. It's so funny. Their standards are absolutely a complete lack of standards. Yes, are publicly available. MRC standards are publicly available. More importantly, the extensive methodological and survey performance disclosures mandated by the MRC are required to be available to all rating service customers. Okay, let's ask Alexis a question. Alexa. Alexa, what are the MRC standards?
According to Wikipedia, Mrc Standards are a set of digital formats for the description of items cataloged by libraries, such as books. Computerized library catalogs and library management software need to structure their catalog records as per an industry-wide standard, which is Mrc, so that bibliographic information can be shared freely between computers.
Thank you, Alexa.
Anytime. Literally.
I know. I'm with it, Alexa. I'm not asking a question right. I have to get the full name of what the frick the MRC was. Media Ratings Council. Alexa, what are the standards for the Media Rating Council?
I don't know that one.
Here we go. I'm back at my page. Okay. Where did it say it was public? Anyway, that's a good place to stop right now. I'm going to have to do some studying and get my ducks in a row so I can continue on, even though I'm doing this all avant-garde. But I've got some other details that I have to tend to. Alexa, who is Arbitron?
According to Wikipedia, Nielsen Audio is a consumer research company in the United States that collects listener data on radio broadcasting audiences. It was founded as the American Research Bureau by Jim Seiler in 1949 and became national by merging with Los Angeles-based Coffin, Cooper, and Clay in the early 1950s. The company's initial business was the collection of broadcast television ratings.
What methodology did they use in gathering the ratings data?
Here's something I found on the web. According to myassignmenthelp.com, interview method was used to collect the data.
What kind of interview?
According to Wikipedia, an interview is essentially a structured conversation where one participant asks questions, and the other provides answers. In common parlance, the word interview refers to a one-on-one conversation between an interviewer and an interviewee. The interviewer asks questions to which the interviewee responds, usually providing information.
Really?
Really, really.
This is a very interesting section. Full membership list is attached. So the full membership list is attached. I am in part 5. See minimum standards for media rating research. Media Rating Council Inc. Last updated 1097. Bullet point 3, MRC accreditation process is where it begins. And within that context, it goes down to discuss the fees. At the end of 5, before it starts 6, which illustrates full membership list is attached. Let's end right there, and I'll give some of you people a chance to catch up in my crew, and those of you who are interested in the subject pursuit, the mental exercise. It's all in fun. It gives a great bit of a story to write about, to make people aware. So I'm going to leave everybody with that. I'm going to copy and paste this in the comments. Again, paste, and I'm going to add C 5 3. Okay. Alright, that's enough for now. Let's play with Rita again. Shall we? Yeah, let's play with Rita again. We'll leave Alexa on this time and serenade her. She might like it. Hey Alexa, do you like music?
Sure, I love music.
Would you like to listen to a serenade? Could you hear me if I play the guitar? Alexa, if I serenade you, would you be able to hear me?
There's a lot. For example, I can help with morning activities, relaxation, education, and more. Which would you like to explore?
Could you read me a nice romance novel?
Sorry, I'm having trouble accessing your Alexa skill finder skill right now.
I guess that was my fence. Can't cross the fence yet. Anyway, this is fun. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, I think you watched one too many Scooby-Doos, man, Zack. Yeah, maybe, baby. Maybe, baby, I'll be true. thought experiment. Enough of that piddling around. I gotta go play. I like to keep these under an hour so all my cop friends can bill by the hour. That's right. Yeah, or keep track of how much time they got invested in gathering up my pearls. Yes, everybody likes pearls. Yes, they do, especially black ones. And I'm building black pearls. That's right. All the way. Got my very own black pearl right here. Want to see it? Ooh, yeah, here it is. Ooh. Yeah, there she is, all ready for the crew to board her. Yeah. Oh, speaking of boarders, I hope they're checking them guys for leeches when they come across the Rio Grande. Ha ha! Peace, love, who cares? I'm at Zack daring to poke that old bee's nest. Yeah, get them bees out of there so a larva can wake up. Yes, you guys are getting robbed of your honey. Oh, mad Zack.